I felt comfortable almost immediately after getting into a Peugeot minivan that served as a taxi for me, helping me cover the unnerving distance from the airport to Glasgow Marriott Hotel on the M8 at a fare of 30 British pounds. Why did I feel comfortable immediately? Because the song playing on the car audio system was Truly Madly Deeply by Savage Garden. Trust me, dear viewers, if I could play the song here without running afoul of copyright rules, I would have. Truly Madly Deeply is a song that is so familiar to me that it takes me back to my days in school. It was followed by another classic, Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You, a song that always strikes a chord with me. Speaking of school, that's another reason why I feel so not out of place in Scotland. As a child growing up, I spent significant time being taught by teachers who did not look like me and did look a lot like the locals I see in Scotland. Of course, their accent wasn't as thick as the ones I encounter here, but everyone is super helpful here so far. I have noticed them deliberately speaking slowly so I can follow what they are saying. I did always wonder if being able to follow most of the dialogues in English movies without subtitles would help me seamlessly communicate with native speakers of the English language. The sad conclusion is pretty obvious, yet disappointing. There are multiple accents and each one takes more effort to grasp than the other. I should have watched several movies of the Shrek franchise during the long flight from Kolkata instead of watching The Batman, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and The Post. The Scottish accent is mighty difficult to comprehend without divulging any visible comprehension lag on my face. I can see that they can see that I am trying to comprehend them. It feels embarrassing, but I guess my accent isn't that easy for them to understand either. I do intend to communicate with more people here once I am done with my exams, or maybe before the exams, definitely during the exams, because half of the exam I am here for is termed quote unquote communication skills. The commute via taxi to the hotel from the airport confirmed another one of my suspicions. There is a reason why Jeremy Clarkson is the name of a man from Great Britain. The roads here are amazing and people drive fast. Not in the now fast, now brake suddenly manner that I am so familiar with back home in India, but smooth, long stretches of fast road commute. The first thing I noticed after entering my room at the hotel was that the power sockets are different in Scotland. They won't allow charging of any of my electronic devices like laptop or mobile phones. A stupid mistake upon hindsight. So I asked the person at the reception if they provided adapters. They said earlier they used to, but now they do not because guests seem to be unwilling to return them. He was kind enough to point me in the general direction of where I was likely to find an adapter from a local shop. This was easier said than done, because I have become woefully dependent on Google Maps to point me in the right direction, and I did not have any internet on the go here. Of course, I could have taken screenshots of the directions, but hindsight, as they say, is 2020. The only internet connection I did have was the one I was getting inside the hotel. Anyway, I went on a walk believing that within 5 minutes, magically I would come across a plethora of shops selling exactly what I needed. But the walk proved longer than anticipated. I saw a Tesco Express and walked in to find a, surprise surprise, Indian origin guard helpfully telling me that they don't sell adapters like that there. A very tall white woman told me that I needed to keep walking and maybe under the bridge I will be able to find what I was looking for. Under the bridge? On your right, she repeated several times with a look of concern on her face that I responded to with a smile. I kept walking to find a bridge under which there was the entrance to Glasgow Central Railway Station, and opposite to that entrance was a shop called Tech Doctor. Here's where I realized why the stereotypes exist. You can see the picture of the shop on your screen. I was greeted by the owner of the shop who looked like an Indian. No surprises there. He asked me cheerfully what I was looking for. I told him about my adapter situation. He kindly provided what I was looking for and I paid £15. I was hoping I would be able to find my way back to the hotel without the benefit of Google Maps when he asked me if I was from India. I said yes, and then followed the world's most common follow-up question. Which part of India? I said Kolkata, cringing slightly because I have spent a lifetime telling everyone who will bother to listen that not all people from West Bengal hail from Kolkata. to which his face lit up and he said in flawless Bengali, বাঙালি? কলকাতার মানুষ তো এখানে দেখাই যায় না মশাই। আজকের তো কলকাতা ম্যাচ চলছে, এই দেখুন না আমি আইপিএল ম্যাচ দেখছি। That's the story, dear viewers, of how I met a Bengali person in Glasgow. Hope you liked it.